against the Bengals. Can Cincinnati get revenge? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with their opponents. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is now one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. From the gun on third down, English, and he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. On 1st and 10, English. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
They'll run on first down. Hawkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. English. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw on third down. English. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And that's well executed there on third down there. I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
on first down. English. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal. Back to throw. English. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Yeah, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. And whatever they said appears to have worked. The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Stewart. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Stewart sets to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Here we go, baby. That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll decide to keep this once more. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Throwing now, Stewart. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
And that takes a start out a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Stewart to throw it. Flushed out right. There he goes inside the 30. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Stewart. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Snowhawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
That's it, ready?
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Back to throw. English. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the gun, it's Stewart. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here we go.
7-7, our score after 1. Portland football here, ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Stewart. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
A try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
On first down, it's Hawkins. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll run on first down. Hawkins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. English. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gibson.
Come on now, let's go. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Hands it off out of the gun, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down inside the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Hawkins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there at holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Looking to throw. English. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun, English. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Let's go. Interception all day, baby.
He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now Stewart, second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. English. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Back to throw. English. Able to get away. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They will throw on first down with Stewart. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now. Hard to believe that under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field.
In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, English. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
You better be ready next
now
time.
the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, first and 10. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again, Stewart. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Stewart on first and 10. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll kick things off with a trip up to Ford Field. Detroit hosting Chicago in an NFC North battle. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. The Bears still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From Motown, let's head across Lake Erie to Buffalo. See what's going on with the Bills. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. The Chiefs seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Armadillos locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they did not have the same kind of success on the ground. They struggled to get the run game going to this point, as you see there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Let's get it.
Now they try the right side here. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Looking to throw. Stewart. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
This is taken at about the 14. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do,
puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, English. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Portland's offense now about set to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. English. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. English. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Stewart. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Back to throw. Stewart. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Second and 11 now. Looking to throw. Stewart. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Back to throw. Stewart. And the reception made by Green. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
On 1st down, Stewart. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd down, here's Stewart. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Snowhawks add 6 to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. A 10-play drive that time. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, English. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now here's a throw that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, you talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Right back to him on 1st down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 2nd down and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Bulldozes past him, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2nd down at 7. He's going to use his legs here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Snowhawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll find Gibson here complete. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. English. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing after the interception. English. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. English. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibson. 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. English. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. English. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff as they run left side. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Now Stewart to throw on third down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out.
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. English. This is complete to Hawkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Throwing on 1st down. English. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Let's go. Do it.
Portland's offense now about set to take over as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now a handoff looking right. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. 2nd and 11. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on